Well, I'm loving my initial impression here. This instrument is built really well and sounds pretty cool. I don't hear the piano part yet. I got to fix that. I'm not sure what's going on there, but the Hohner. It just says Hohner International Electronic Piano. Doesn't have any model number. It says serial number, I think that's 75 or 15, I can't tell. Maybe it's 5, maybe it's just a scratch, I can't tell. Anyway, these are quite rare. There's nothing on eBay. We're looking at, I could turn you sideways, I guess, so you can, general, bass, piano, harpsy, piano, organ. Out is all it has. Fuse. Oh, I moved out of my glasses. That's cute. Gotta fix that. And inside, I already have this popped up. Says K3 on the board, so this is the K3, no doubt, even though I initially don't see on the schematic what I want to see there. But let's see. Power switch over here. I'll lay this back here. Switch panel, or the pot panel there. Got this all on hooks, so the whole thing just rotates up here. SAJ 180 dividers. Ten of them. And individual oscillators. 12 of them, of course. Rugged power supply. And keyer cards. Sim. With hopefully good capacitors. I tested the ESR, they seem okay so far. But probably won't have to mess with anything down there. The problem's probably up here. Notice there's a broken off wire here. You can see that. The one right there had a wire in it, and they've merged these two, it looks like, with tape. I'm not sure what's happening there. So maybe that's the problem, as that one does go to the switch. But I'll do a little tracing here. I do have a schematic. Well, here's the block diagram, actually, for the K3. And I have the earlier electric piano, too. It has less features. It just has a piano harpsichord. What's it saying it uses here? I see is unknown. Key switches. And delay control. I'm not getting any vibrato either, so maybe we'll get those issues worked out and we'll do a sound demo later. And I don't see the individual piano out. It has the bass out, output piano, harpsichord, and I don't see anything about the organ. So maybe this is yet an enhanced version of the K3 that I'm seeing here. Probably they only made a few of these given the low serial number, and so probably one of the more rare instruments I've got here. Tremolo control. And where's all that? Filters for these 8, 16, 8, and 4 foot. And there's a pedal, which I don't see a pedal jack, so maybe they just are drawing in the pedal that they use with it. No, that's weird, because that looks like a 741. It does have a 741 op amp, one 741 op amp. Everything else is transistor. Anyway, that shows the switchboard and whatever that is, power supply. Parts list. AY 1-5050 in this version, or SAJ 180. Well, we found the problem. Finally, I had to strip off some professionally done shrink wrap. They had melted together these wires, and actually that one was just crocked up like that, and they used the one that was shorted into it as the ground and left nothing on this one. So I had to figure out which numbers were which there, and figure out why we were getting a short circuit all the time on the position of the switch that I figured out was from the piano, and then traced it back to this. I'm like, why when I put it on here does it short? Oh, it's going through the board to the ground. Anyway, but so yeah, it was strange. Nothing shorted here, nothing shorted there. It needed both of them to walk its way around and make that connection. So yeah, now we have piano. Yeah, you'll notice the on this one the sustain. Here the sustain, low sustain. There's a shorter sustain. That's the shortest and longest. Just gives you a subtle variation of the sustain length on the 5 1/3 footage, which is used with the organ here, and I don't know what else, because I don't, there's no effect. All even footages when you're using the other sounds there. I think the piano and the harp, maybe the harpsy has some of it, but I don't think I hear it. Just put just the harpsichord on. I hear nothing different there. So I don't think it's sustaining anything. It shows in the block diagram that it's on the 5 1/3 keyer only. So you hear it there as you would expect on the organ that has that in it, but nothing else that I can hear right now. Looks like it would go through something on the bass too, but I tried different things and I didn't hear anything. So now it's just the tremolo. Figure out where the tremolo, you can see the tremolo caps there. That's the output, 741. Alright, well, I hope I'm done with it here. I swapped out the FET, the tremolo circuit benefited a little bit from that. You can at least hear it now. I mean, hear that? It goes from those two rates. It's not much of a range, but I mean it's not much of a depth either. That's cranked up all the way on the pot that adjusts. So you've got a card here, and it's got two potentiometers. The second card over has two pots. One of them adjusts the bias for the FET amplifier. The other adjusts the level coming into the FET amplifier, which interacts somehow with the, it's got a transistor feeding that from levels that are being generated, I think, are affecting that through a capacitor from the 16.84 foot filter board. So it's a very odd kind of circuit. I guess they wanted some level interaction there, so that kind of more signal level you get, the more affects the bias of the circuit there. So anyway, yeah, something I think is still not quite right there. It seems like you should have more level variation than that, but that's all you get for now. Anyway, it's too late. So, but you can combine the string, bass, and piano to. that range of sounds on the bass. Kind of a nice, I like the bass sound generally. It's kind of string bass sound there. And yeah, the decay, of course, only works on the 5 1/3. I think I said that. So you have the organ on, which we do. I don't have the harpsichord turned up. It's not on anyway. And piano. Get that ring level. You can adjust there. The volume pedal there, I only saw the organ thing when I was looking at it before. And a sustain pedal for the piano, I guess. Haven't tried that yet, but I'm sure it probably works okay. Oh, okay, I see. The mystery is somewhat solved here, I think. It's not affecting the piano. I guess it's not supposed to. Pianos don't have tremolo, right? Harps of vibes or whatever do, I guess. So, look down the pike here. Let's see if I can set it up so you can see. Cool, I just, made a radio station come in there. Okay, well, I'm working right over here. Here's the 2 potentiometers. And you'll hear as I turn this one, the bias, this is the bias. Okay, well, this is the depth. Let's crank the depth all the way up. I'm just playing, just see if I turn the piano up. Doesn't sound nearly, maybe it's just because of the high end I guess it is affecting it some. There's the harpsichord, but that's just the organ. No organ. Harpsichord. Piano. So it's very hard to hear on the piano because it's more low end components affecting only the high end basically on it. So curious circuit. Speed range is from there to there. So okay, now let's turn the organ back on so we can. I'm also getting some overdrive with too much piano. It's distorting, and there's no real adjustment for that I can see. So maybe there's a cap that's passing too much low end, perhaps. Okay, anyway, we're cranked all the way up on the level. And here's the bias adjustment. It is so sensitive. See, there's only a tiny range. We're at half, 5/8. There it comes. We're not even to 3/4 yet, and it's completely gone. So there's a tiny range in there where it works. I think that's about the most musical, and then we'll adjust the level back a little bit. About there, that's about right. Okay. It doesn't affect that side, it only affects the upper part. So that's kind of the story on the tremolo, I guess. And these are all factory sealed. That would adjust the high timbre on the organ, kind of the filter level seams. So anyway, yeah, that was your amount and your bias for the tremolo. The final mod notes here. A nice tremolo there. going finally consistently, and they had bridged these two here, and that basically grounds this, which 3.3K resistors. It diminishes all three of the inputs that are being mixed in, B1, 2, 3, whatever, and to your pianos. And so, yeah, this thing has some really magical qualities now. It's really pretty cool. You pull these out even. I don't know why it's making that sound. It's got all those defeated, but it's a very nice sound. It's got a very cool quality to it. So I'm not going to ask where it came from for the moment, because I'm tired of working on this thing, and it just gave itself a nice quality there. I put a reduction pot here. I put a pot to ground 500K there, which you got a 150K in series, so you can adjust that to take out some of the signal coming in, because it was distorting. It was just nasty distortion. So I've got it cranked down to where it doesn't distort anymore at the top volume, and it mixes a lot nicer. You didn't want that much bulky piano anyway. Yeah, and being from 1975, you might expect they would be competing with the Polymoog, right? Which came out with a velocity-sensitive keyboard. And something I never knew about this, and probably very few know, is this thing actually, watch this. See, you can press it and nothing happens. I'm playing our mystery sound here, so it's got kind of a crude velocity resolution. It's kind of interesting to get used to. Using our mystery sound that is emerging as I have no piano. No piano, no harpsichord, no organ, no nothing, percussion. We'll turn it into more of a piano feed. Everything is completely down, but something's bleeding through, and it's kind of a pleasant sound, and it mixes in nicely with everything else when it's going. So I could research it, but I think I won't, because I like the sound. So let's see. Piano volume, I think. Crackles a little bit there. Still. And also, of course, you get. Whoa! Some bass dynamics, so pretty cool. And it just has a single contact. It just times, I mean, it doesn't time anything, it doesn't have a computer, but it does an analog process that functionally times the breaking and making of the contact from the resting bus bar to the when it hits when it is down. Pretty nifty. Well, we'll have to get the string one fixed up and let these two do a video together. I think it's in really nice shape. Just little stuff to clean off here and there.